Well, the button's telling me we're live, and who am I to argue with our machine overlord? So I'm guessing we're live. Folks, we are back with some Bloody Appalachia playtest. This is Team 1, since I've started Team 2 now. But this is your favorite group. We know it. We know it. It's like that favorite child of 3. You know you've got one. This is it. This is it right here. Yeah. This is session 5, and we kind of left the last session on a cliffhanger of sorts. So we're going to kind of just jump right into it, and we will introduce characters as they come up in, initiative, I guess we'll say. Yeah. So we last episode, you guys got into a hotel. Big old truck on the outside with oversized tires, and saw this truck before in a picture. You have an idea that this is someone you really should talk to. Gained entry to the apartment. You've got some Slayer blaring on the stereos very loudly. There's a shower running in the back room. No response. Andy is now officially in the area to do census work and some undercover work as well. Yeah. So I believe the last words that were spoken is Andy trying to figure out if anyone else can shoot, as he's got a spare firearm. So let's just pick up there. Andy, or Jeff, introduced Andy to us as you try to find out who else can shoot.
So Andy is a roughly 30-something-year-old man going on 70. Stress of the job of being a census worker has robbed him of some of his hair on the front of his head. And has probably elevated his blood pressure significantly. But he is a by-the-book guy, though the book that he goes by is one most folks probably not read. But he's really interested in what's going on here and doesn't really understand, everything that's happening just yet. Partly because he woke up, I think it was this morning, in a murder cabin next to a dead man. With very little memory of how he arrived. But fortunately, he has found his friends, his allies here. And now I think we're in a motel room. And he's packing. Good to go.
Okay. So who raises a hand when Andy asks if anyone else can shoot?
Well, I don't think I'm terrible at it, but I don't know for sure.
Well, let's find out. Here you go.
Oh, I've got a gun.
Okay, no, you want to... don't point at me. No. Not how this works. It's not like a camera.
No. That's my job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't take pictures with it. No.
Okay, so Chuck, introduce your character of Gil.
I am Gil. I am a... Oh, God, I forgot what I am. Investigative journalist, maybe? Something like that?
You're a conspiracy nut.
I was trying to remember what my original occupation was. But yes, I'm a folklorist. Yes. Conspiracy nut. Believe in Yetis and...
Investigative journalist. Oh, folklorist, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember, Sasquatch believes in you, Chuck.
Yes. It's a two-way street. It really is. But yeah, I've got a notebook and a pen and now a gun.
So what determines whether or not you can use the gun without a penalty is having the ranged weapon skill.
I don't have that.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Just, my dexterity modifier isn't bad, though. It is a 0, but that's not negative, so...
It certainly isn't bad.
Yeah.
I can always hold 2 of them. I do have 2 hands. So if you think that's a better way to go about this, that's another option.
It could be safer. It could be.
Okay. Shower continues as the next track in Slayer South of Heaven plays loudly yet again. In the brief interlude between songs, you do hear some variations in the sounds of the water splashing. As in, there's actually someone, you think, interrupting the flow of water. Others who bathe themselves, perhaps.
All right, enough of this. I'm gonna bang on the bathroom door really loud. I'm gonna yell, "Census workers and friends, open up!
Okay.
I've been sitting on that for like 2 weeks. Been ready to use that line.
You yell this. Can Andy get loud? Because you're vying against the stereo that goes to 11.
Can he get loud? Let's see.
Yeah. Can Andy get loud?
I think so. He's got persuasion +2. He's got interrogation. So I feel like when needed, he can get loud.
Okay, this might be
I
the first
think.
time any of you, Andy, have heard use that commanding, loud voice of his.
If you want to make it perform, I can give you a boost.
I'm gonna say that
from the diaphragm.
the inflection is exactly the same. It's just the volume is up. That's all it is.
All right.
Yeah. Census workers. This in Friends. That's all it is. He's just really loud. He's just louder with the same cadence.
You don't know if there's a change, as the music is still very loud. Since there's no interlude between songs, you can't tell if the shower is still going or not. You want to put your ear up against that door to find out if you can hear anything? You do anything
I would
else?
like to. Yes, I would like to listen in if it's not being opened.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna point at Proctor and point at like where the music is coming from. Be like,
John, go ahead and introduce Brett.
yeah, I'm playing Brett. I am an auteur filmmaker. Here, basically filming a documentary. It's a very interesting story that we have going on here. I found some found footage of some people being murdered in a hotel, which is cool, but also a little disturbing. I'm also thinking that a sequel film might be a recreation of Andy's life before he met us. He's mentioned a couple of things here and there that made me think Andy has led an interesting life and deserves to have a film made.
So imagine this is a cutscene. So as Brett is motioning over to Proctor, there's a cut, and then John is sitting in a chair reciting this, or Brett is. Okay, Proctor, he points to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jake.
Well, I'm Jake, and I'll be portraying Proctor, an emergency medical technician who is here to sort of oversee this crew of people as they've decided to investigate this very shady area that's been having a lot of suspicious and potentially criminal activity crop up in the area. I came recommended on behalf of my buddy Brett, who I accompanied on one of his previous projects. And I'll turn down the stereo, right? Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you walk over to the stereo to turn down the volume, the very high volume, Andy, you put your ear up to the door, and you hear that cocking of what sounds like a shotgun. Make a dex check for me.
Okay. Let's see. That's no good. That's no good. Dex check. Where is it?
So you're going to do D20, and you're trying to get equal to or lower than your dexterity.
That's a success.
It's a success. You dive out of the way as a shotgun gets both barrels into this flimsy wooden hotel door. You're safe, Andy. You just hit the ground, and it was going, middle of target for someone standing in front of it. However, Proctor, you crossed the floor to go over to the music, so you're safe. Brett and Gil, also give me dex checks.
Yay!
Oh, I was double muted. Remind me how this works.
You just want to roll a d20 and get a result under or equal to your dex.
Okay, I
I
failed.
did not.
You failed?
I failed.
Yeah.
You both failed. Okay. Since it does have to go through the door first, I'm going to reduce the damage, but you're both going to get hit by a little bit of buckshot here. Oh my gosh.
Will our AC come into play?
Well, yes. Let me do this way. He's got a +2, 7. Okay, what is your AC, Chuck?
I have a +2 to AC, so if it's 10 plus Dex plus bonus, it would be 12.
Okay. You get hit by a few pellets. Doesn't reduce your ability to live by any. How about yourself, Brett? What's your AC?
9.
9. All right. You guys both get pelted by lowered velocity buckshot. It was apparently bird shot, so it didn't have a lot of velocity to begin with. So ow.
Yeah,
But
ow.
not so ow that you're bleeding. And a big hole is blown in the door. Andy, you're on the ground. You can kind of turn to look up. There is a young man in his 20s, buck naked, shotgun in hand, shower still going on behind him. He's still got soap in his hair, and he's trying to wipe some of the soap out of his eyes as he's popped open his shotgun. He's trying to quickly put 2 new shells in it. Let's go ahead and have initiative at this point. Who has the best bonus as far as like dex or any kind of initiative bonus goes?
I'm setting at 0.
I have a +2 initiative bonus.
I get a +1 from my class, but my dexterity is a -1, so it's a wash.
All right. How about you, Proctor?
I got a +1 from dexterity, though I do get a chance to re-roll my initiative, adding both my wisdom and my dex bonus to the roll. If I
you get
go to aid an injured target.
Okay, so you get the best of all bonuses when we're doing side initiative, which is the option that I personally like. So, Andy, why don't you roll me a d6? Add your bonus to that.
Do I also add the dex mod as well, or is it
Yes,
just the
please.
initiative? Okay, so
D6 plus your dex mod plus any kind of initiative bonus you might have.
let's see, a d6 +3 in total. So I'm just gonna roll it. Oh crap,
Ooh.
That's a 4. I rolled a 1.
5. Okay, he goes first. All right, so he is, let's see, reloading a gun. Let's see, what was that? So he's going to be, okay, so he's going to pop 2 shells in, and he's going to be able to shoot, but he's at a minus because he took the time to put the 2 shells in. Andy, you're on the ground. I'm going to say because of his soap and everything, he doesn't see you immediately, but he has a target-rich environment otherwise. So it's going to be Brett that he swings a shotgun to and unloads both barrels into you again.
Yay!
That's going to clear your AC, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. This is not good. This is not good. Shotgun. Okay. 8 points of damage.
Ouchie.
How many hit points do you have?
13.
13. So that's more than half your hit points in one blow. Mm-hmm. So you're going to make. Let's see here. Give me just 1 second. Still learning the rules, so yeah. Okay, make me a critical save. It's one of your saves there. You want to roll under or equal to the number that you have.
All right. There it is.
Okay, you fail your save. So you take that damage, and for the next few hours, you're going to be at a -4 just from the trauma and shock of having this much damage done to you all at once. But you're still standing. Okay. There's only one person on my side. He's just taking all the actions he's capable of doing. You guys decide who goes first on your side.
Yep, there, I'm unmuted. Andy.
Okay, Andy.
I don't want to be greedy here. If you all wanted to, okay,
shoot him.
Yeah.
Well, let's not be hasty now. Yes, Andy will shoot.
Okay, you're gonna just shoot from the prone position and not bother to stand up?
Yeah, he's just going to do the classic because he's got both guns at this point, and he's just gonna sort of fire back.
Okay, you gonna want to fire both?
You know what?
You can.
I do.
All right. So it's a -2 to the first shot, the first gun, and -4 to the second one. But you can go ahead and roll both.
Okay.
His AC, he's naked, so his AC is low.
So I've got my ranged weapons skill. I have a +1 to my attack bonus from combat ready. I'm trying to see if there's any other bonuses or anything. So this is a dex check.
No, it's a D20 roll. You're gonna add any bonuses you have, and you want to get over their AC, which is just 10. He's nude, and since he wasn't aware of you on the floor, I'm not going to give him his Dex bonus either. You also see why perhaps they were filming adult entertainment as, he just swinging in the breeze there.
What you're saying is he's got a large target to aim for.
Oh, goodness. I also have a target-rich environment. Does my Dex modifier go towards range?
It does as well. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be a wash then. So it's just going to be a flat D20 for my first shot. 17 to hit.
That hits. One. That absolutely hits. Did you happen to put down
15?
Okay. Both hit. Did you happen to put down what the damage is on your gun?
Let me see. That would have been an intelligent thing to do.
Semi-auto. So it's 2d6.
All right, so 2d6.
Okay, each shot.
All right, so 2d6 for the first is 6 points of damage, and the second is 8.
Oof.
Okay, he goes down as you shoot him in some probably very vital areas. He's not. Well, he's dying. Proctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the sucking chest wound, the foam coming out of his mouth. His lungs probably pierced. Dying, but not dead.
Brett's still holding the camera. He's like, "I'm fine. Go get the guy. Yeah."
And Proctor, you reach
no problem, Brett. And I'll step
stereo.
over Gil to go to the.
You reach the stereo right after all the gunfire goes off.
I turn around. What happened?
Barely heard the gunfire over the Slayer.
That was a bass drum. Yeah, I'll rush over to the wounded fella with soap in his eyes, and I'll try to plug up the fatal wounds and apply some first aid to him.
Right, so he passed his death save, so he did not die right away. So you're going to go and do some first aiding on him. Go ahead and give me that roll.
All right.
It's a skill roll, so a D20 plus whatever you have in the first aid.
All right. There we go. 17.
Okay. That brings him back to 1 hit point, and now I have to roll on the out of action chart to see what any permanent injury might have happened to him here. 4. Okay, that makes sense. He's crippled.
Oh my god!
You shot him in the third leg, and
these things happen.
Okay.
A rear-ending injury.
Proctor, you keep him. His injuries are pretty extensive. You do a good job patching him up, though. He's not going to die. The man should probably be going to a hospital. He's barely conscious, but he's conscious. He's repeating something very low. Can't quite hear it.
If I can, I'll attempt to lean down and hear what he's saying.
Okay, he whispers into your ears. I gotta bring back the blood. Gotta bring back all the blood. Daddy wants all the blood back.
We'll get to your daddy in a second. Gil, how you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, I got shot a little.
I got shot a little too.
There's a knock on the door.
Why?
Whoopsie. I'll take care of this. Don't worry. I will open it a crack. Well, actually, first, is there a peephole or any?
Yes, of course. There's 2 teenagers, a young man and a young woman outside. They're all dressed up in party regalia. One of them's kind of scratching his arm a little bit. He knocks again, kind of soft, kind of looking around.
I will open it, just a tiny little crack, and I will say, "What's up?"
Hey, I heard I could score here. I mean, we got a couple $100.
What do you need? You need uppers, downers, a little bit of both. What do you got?
Oh,
What you thinking, young folk?
Some party drugs. I got a couple hundred.
All right.
Got some X.
Let me see what you got,
Some acid?
and I'll see. Go ahead. Let's see how much you got.
He pushes $200 with in 20s through
All right, thanks.
the hole.
1 second, and he'll close the door again. Are there any drugs around here?
I think I've got some codeine.
I'll start searching for drugs.
Okay.
Gil, did we know
Where do you look, Gil?
At the end tables, under the bed, in the tank of the toilet.
Okay. Yeah. There's a brick of something in the tank of the toilet.
I found drugs, and I'll gleefully run over to Andy and present him with my soggy brick.
You take the plastic bag off and the aluminum foil off, and they're pills. Don't really say what they are. They're just it looks like there's 20 count in each of the plastic pill bottles.
Okay. I will take one of the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I will open the door back up. Again, just a crack, and I will give them a bottle.
Oh, thanks, man.
You two kids have fun now.
Oh, we will. Thanks. And you hear the girl saying,
Nice.
"Isn't he a little old to deal? I thought this guy was a teenager." Shut up. You got drugs.
And I will close the door. I'll say, all right, that problem's solved at least.
Yo,
We're the best kind of people.
gonna have to edit some footage. Okay.
Hey. That was a clean shoot.
It was. Yep.
It was right through his back.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so Proctor, he's stabilized. He could probably come around if you want him to. You probably have some smelling salts, that sort of thing, to get him to clear that mind fog a little bit. But he's going to be in a lot of pain, and he probably should go to an emergency room eventually.
Yeah.
But he's not going to bleed out on you right now.
Okay.
Well, this is. Did this guy look familiar at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a couple. He's starting to sport a mustache, kind of a Fu Manchu style thing going on, and he's got mutton chops growing in, but minus the facial hair. This looks like the kid in the album that you found.
This is the teenage girl they tackled. I think this might be her boyfriend, maybe.
Okay.
They could be reunited at the hospital together.
Oh yeah.
So let's see if he's got any pants around here, and maybe inside those pants, some sort of personal identification, maybe.
That would be good.
So so I had to pull up my document here just to get everything straight. You know that this is likely Jackson Stryker, related to your friend Amanda, although she's never mentioned having a brother.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw him in the photo albums at Sylvia Hooper's house.
Mm. Does it match?
You think it's him. So he's related some way, tangentially, to Amanda, your friend?
Okay. Like, it was really weird that he said that his daddy wants all the blood.
Yeah,
to come
he
home.
wants blood back for daddy. So
Wait, what was that now? What was the precise wording of what he said?
yeah, he says he's got to get all the blood back. Daddy needs the blood. Daddy wants the blood, I think.
Well, oh dear. I saw a phrase very similar to that on a sort of like a scarecrow outside of the murder cabin where I woke up.
And there has been a series of regular disappearances according to the records, correct? Young women on this bloodline, it seems.
Okay there, Brett. I'm going to need you to go ahead and stop filming for a second. Because things are about to get ugly.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
All right.
He turns on the tape recorder.
I'm gonna kneel down next to this guy, and I got my gun on me and everything, and I have interrogation skill, and I'm gonna say, well, listen here, fella. Looks like you're not gonna be able to get Daddy the blood if you don't make it to that hospital alive. So if you want to get that blood for Daddy, you better start answering some questions for Andy. You hear me?
Well, maybe, Proctor. Do you give him the smelling salts to get him a little bit more? Okay.
Oh, that was just take one.
Make me that interrogation roll.
Okay.
So
this is
D20 plus whatever bonuses you have in that. You can add your charisma to it.
Oh dear. Well, it's
Or
just
if you're going,
I have a negative charisma. All right. That's a 4. Oh god.
Okay. Do you want to use one of your survival points for a reroll?
Sure, why not? What is my target to hit?
Just a 10.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a try. That's a 19. There we go. That's better.
Okay, so his eyes clear a little bit. He's obviously in pain, but he's like, "What do you want? What?"
Okay, where is Amanda Stryker? Don't say you don't know her. Okay, don't say there's nothing strange going on. You're just gonna answer the question, and if you don't answer correctly, you see how there's holes in you right now. I'm going to add another.
I brought her to Daddy. Planted her in the field with the rest of the blood. Dad wants me to bring them all home. All the blood that's fled.
Okay, that's a great answer.
Am I dying? Am I going to die?
Maybe. Depends on the answer to this next question.
Well, he grabs your arm when you say that. He's like, well, bring me home. I'm of the blood. Dad wants me to. Bring me home.
Well, the only way I can do that is if I know where Daddy is. So why don't you go ahead and tell me that there right now?
You made a really high roll. He's not particularly mentally all there. So he's still got your arm. He's gripping it real tight and says, "Go in my truck. He's got a GPS. Just hit home and take you home. Take me home. Plant me in the field with the rest of them. Daddy will come for us."
When you say plant you in the field, is that metaphorical or are you being literal? Do you know what those words mean, son?
No.
Do you want us to literally dig a hole and put you in a field?
Yeah, bury me in the field with the rest of them.
And that's where my dear friend Amanda is and all the other missing folk.
Yeah, they're in the field with the rest of the blood. Daddy will come to harvest them.
Okay. And when you say daddy, is that like your actual daddy, or are we talking like a big angry man or monster or something like that?
He grips tight. He's a big angry man. Yeah, he's my daddy. He's all of our daddies.
Oh, well, my daddy actually was a census agent, so I don't think he's mine. But that's interesting. We can talk about that later.
My daddy can kick your daddy's ass.
Oh, I know. I don't know about that, sir. My dad has he had many melee and range combat training skills. Thank you very much. Anyhow, we're getting off topic. Okay, fellas, got any other questions we want to ask this here fella?
Where is his daddy right now?
That's a good question.
He'll come when the harvest is ripe, when all the blood's planted. Just gonna do myself in last. Gonna clean up first. Just gonna put on some nice clothes and go out and plant myself. He looks down at the bullet holes. Says, "I guess you got me on a head start. Can you put me on? I got some clothes in there. Can you dress me up nice? It's gonna be a family meeting. I want to look good."
Is your dad like your physical biological father, or like your ghost daddy?
Well, he kind of looks at you blurry. I can tell you didn't have much of an education either, but he put his thing and mama's thing, and I was born.
Biological. Okay.
I'm sure we've got
it's
a
well
lot of
said.
video evidence of such things happening around this hotel room.
I
Right
got
now.
some educational video in the corner there if you need some help with that.
Well, all right. Now, what does Daddy do when he comes to harvest? All the blood in the fields there.
It'll be a family reunion. You take us all up, put us in the new flesh, and we'll go on. Go live in the woods like we're supposed to.
Oh, you're gonna get some new flesh? That sounds interesting. Oh, that's great. What is that? What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Grandma told me. Right. She told me the whole story of our family. She told me that she didn't want the cancer to take her, that she wanted to be there with the rest of the family at the end. So she told me everything. She told me how to prepare the plots, how to say the words that will bring Daddy. Then I dug a hole for her. She knelt in it and I cut her throat just like she asked. It was clean.
Well,
You thanked
I've been
me.
there,
You
brother.
thanked me right before I did it.
That sounds beautiful. Now you're gonna be able to tell us how to go about doing this, so we don't make any mistakes when we're planting you in that field.
I'm the last. You just plant me, and when the harvest is ready, Daddy'll come.
We're not
Just
gonna
dress
say
me
any
up
words,
nice, all right?
nothing?
Just dress me up nice. I got some clothes. And he kind of points to the back room. I got some clothes in there. Put the jewelry on me.
I know you probably can't feel your legs right now, but we're getting some not really nice shoes for you right now, buddy.
Very nice. Francis, I'm gonna go ahead and get his clothes for him. Probably calm him down a bit. All right. Well,
You go into the bathroom?
oh, not Andy.
Okay.
I'll go.
He was delegating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, Gil, you step into the bathroom. Shower's still running. It's really steamy in here, but he's got some, you guess is his church finest. It's party clothing. It's like baggy pants, but they're brand new. He's got like a fishnet top of a shirt. He was doing the whole thing. He had some pomade out. He had some aftershave and everything. And the hamper nearby, though, was his old clothes and several janitorial onesies, and they're stained in blood.
Okay. I'll gather everything and see if I can find his nice clothes.
Okay.
But I'll make sure to show everyone the janitorial clothing covered in blood and search the pockets of those as well.
So as you're doing that, he mentioned jewelry, and you're finding a whole bunch of rings with, death head mottos and all, just club jewelry sort of thing. But your hands get something a little hefty, and you pull it out. It's an old kind of, you know what a cameo is, right? The silhouette of the one. Okay, but it's like that, but it looks like it's a profile, the silhouette of a hairy man. Long arms, short legs, and the piece is really old. You pick it up. Make me a magic save, Gil.
How do I make a magic save?
You just want to roll a d20 under whatever your magic save is. Under or equal to.
My magic score is a 1.
So roll a 1, Chuck.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Okay. In which case, you get, it's like a very vivid waking dream, and you're getting flashes of a cabin in the wood. A woman is giving birth on this just ratty kind of very homespun sort of bed. It's made out of logs for posts. It's got guts stretched across the middle to make like the mattress, and she's giving birth. And there's a midwife there giving birth. The clothes make you think that it's fairly old, maybe the 1920s or so. And there's nothing but women in the room. There's a whole bunch of women here helping give birth. But out of the window, there is this giant of a man. His face has long hair. It's not just a beard. I mean, the hair covers most of his face. big hulking shoulders. He's looking in at the window, kind of peering in. Chuck, we're going to make a courage chest for you here, as you're just overcome with this scene, and it replays. But each time it replays in your head, it's a different woman giving birth, same cabin, and you can tell that decades have passed. The clothing's different. The bed ends up being like an IKEA bed at some point, you know. But this just repeats over and over, and it's different women, different people in the room, same cabin, the same person standing outside looking through the window.
Always watching. Okay. I rolled a 4. My courage score is a 2.
Okay. Alrighty then. Roll me a d10.
Yeah. 6.
6. This isn't bad. You just kind of stare off into the distance. You're basically. Go ahead.
Hang on a second. I do have, because of my folklorist background, I do have advantage on courage tests.
Okay.
Courage and terror. I'll roll it again.
Roll it again. Yeah, roll it again.
I will. Okay.
Same thing.
It's
Yeah.
worse. Yeah.
So yeah, you're just, it's terrifying. You can't seem to snap out of it until it runs the whole gamut. And then some of the later women that are giving birth, you've seen recently in photo albums. Always the same cabin, though. Always the same hulking creature just outside the window looking in.
I want to try. I know I'm, scared, terrified,
Mhm.
whatever. I want to try and mentally notate that. That way I can describe it to Andy to see if it matches the murder cabin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. That's terrifying. And when I come to, I will describe that to, this is what I saw. This is what they looked like. You can tell there were time jumps. This is what the cabin looked like. Is that the murder cabin?
So, Andy, you may not have a lot of experiences with wooden cabins, but sure sounds like the cabin you woke up in.
Oh dear. That does in fact sound like the place.
Did the hairy man have like big feet? Are we dealing with a Sasquatch?
With my information on folklorism and cryptids, does anything jump to mind on what it could be?
Well, this area of the world certainly has a lot of Squatch sightings.
Yeah.
But you didn't see the creature except for basically shoulders and head. That's all that you saw appearing through the window. And as there's never been any verified full-on pictures of a Squatch before, you're not exactly sure.
Okay,
but it could be. I mean, this is the area for it.
Large, hairy, broad shoulders. I didn't actually get to see its feet, so I can't confirm that.
Squatch got tiny feet.
It's either a Squatch or it's one of my uncles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should we go to this cabin then?
Oh, I think that's a Texas size there, 10-4, buddy.
I agree.
Someone's gonna have to grab that there shotgun as well.
I'll grab it unless someone else really wants it.
Fellas, I only have 2 arms. I've never really tried to fire a shotgun with my toes.
Proctor, you want to take it?
If we can find like a strap that goes with the shotgun, then sure. But I got to keep one hand free to carry my med kit and the other hand free because I got shot earlier.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll look at you once I'm sure this guy is either 100% not dying or
it's fair.
We don't care about.
He's fading in and out of consciousness, but you're sure. He's not going to die on you. He's not going to bleed out, but he's going to be in tremendous pain when he comes to his full faculties. Like, he should go to a doctor's, but he's not going to die on you right away.
Well,
does the room have a phone in it?
Yes, of course.
I will, before I do anything, I want to run it by everyone. Like, why don't we just dial 911 from the room phone? scrub anything that could tie us to this, and then we just go?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, that sounds really good, but I do think we need to take this here fella, as we need to bury him in a field to lure out that Sasquatch man, who, well, it's very hairy.
Okay.
Well, we can do that. You like? Definitely
no,
the whole wiping things down stuff is probably a good idea.
Okay.
Nothing else is just polite to the cleaning staff.
Yeah, let's
That's
wipe
true.
it down, and we'll take him with us.
You guys going to do any further searching as you wipe down, or just going to try and quickly get this done and out?
I'll do some searching.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody can make me a spot check then. The spot check is D20 plus your wisdom save. Or, excuse me, your wisdom bonus, whatever it might be, your modifier.
Oh, actually, I have 15.
Good.
Only a 10.
Well, Andy, you find a strap for the shotgun in the strap that's connected to a duffel bag that his clothes were in. The clips are easily put on the shotgun, so Proctor, you can sling the shotgun. Gil, maybe you got a little hungry and you decided to look through his freezer. There's several sheets of acid that's in a little plastic bag in the freezer. There's a case of beer and a ketchup bottle in the refrigerator.
Okay.
John,
Yeah.
not so much that you found it hidden, but the apartment does have one of these, these crappy little safes that they give you and to put your secure stuff in. There is one of these things in here.
Okay. I'll see if I can jimmy that open. I got some mechanical skill. Am I still under that -4?
Yeah, you're still a little shaken. It's going to be a few hours before it wears off.
Okay.
Seeing as I found some sheets of acid, I have a technical question that I myself do not know the answer to. So we'll see. Is the effectiveness of acid ruined through heat?
No, not really.
All right, Proctor, we should take these acids and put them inside of your shotgun shells.
Oh, okay. When I say, I mean the drug acid.
Okay.
not acid as in I'm going to dissolve this metal. I mean,
No. I meant I
brain.
understand the
Okay.
drug acid. My thought is, if you don't drop someone with the shot from the shotgun, then they've got a trip coming on.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
We're poisoning our ammo.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, find me some tape or some plastic wrap or something. I got a spare syringe. We can fill that full of acid, sling that in front of one of the shotgun shells, and just wrap it with foil or something until it's ready to go.
That is a genius idea. Okay.
Well, I am an EMT.
All else fails. I mean, yeah.
Improvising.
Genius.
Love it. Brett, these cheap apartment safes, there's really nothing much to them. If you've got any kind of skill in mechanics or electronics, you can bust it open easily.
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, there's a brick of 20s in there. You're thinking that's about $1,000 in cash. There's a handgun and a full magazine.
Got another gun and bullet and ammo.
All right.
Oh boy.
Andy,
Well, I think
did you shoot a pistol with your feet?
Well, funny story about that. I have indeed done such a thing, and in our monthly shooting range extravaganza that we have down at the office, I have in fact won that pool 6 of the last 7 months, and that the one I didn't. Well, there's a bit of a travesty about that. I'll be honest. I still don't think I lost, but I don't really want to get upset right now. But I don't think I should take it. I think you should take it, Gil, or maybe you, Brett. So that we have 3 people.
Sure. Brett lowers his camera and looks at Proctor. I'm a little concerned about how well trained for violence our census officers are.
It's a serious business.
It's a serious business, way more serious. That's my next movie, man.
I had a cousin who worked for a census office, and they didn't mention anything like this.
Well, they can't. They can't. You know, they're sworn to secrecy. I am breaching some policies by sharing this with you, and also just the mental wear and tear that they just don't want to share at all. You know.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, usually the census is only known for doing stuff every 10 years. Like, what are they doing for the rest of the time?
No. Keeping the peace there, Proctor. We're keeping the peace.
I will refrain from asking any further questions.
We gonna go plant a seed in this guy's field? Oh wait, I probably shouldn't. I always do that. I got that backwards again.
Yeah, you might want to pick that up.
Brett, do you want the gun or do you want me to gun the gun?
I'll take the gun.
Okay.
If you're sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You find his keys too, to the truck on the outside, the travesty of a truck parked outside.
Okay, so let's try and I'll load this guy up with some pharmacological painkillers here, and maybe we can weaken at Bernie's this fella into the back of his truck.
Oh yeah, if you want to shoot him up with some pain relievers, he'll stay out for a while. Yeah, and probably be very grateful for it. So this truck's at one of these extended cabs where like you got the bucket front seat, but then there's that space behind that you can just stack with tools or put in another set of seats. So you could just lay him right behind your seats.
That works.
Or you could throw him in the back. There's like a waxing machine, like one of those floor scrubbing waxing machines. There's all of the gear that he uses for work is back there. There's a mop bucket, cleaning supplies, that sort of thing.
I think we can lay him behind the seats, and then one of us will follow the other in the other vehicle, so we're not all four riding in the same thing,
Good plan.
Hey, Proctor.
Yeah.
Gil's acid idea, your idea with the acid and the syringe, I like that idea. You got an extra one? Maybe we could fill it with bleach.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll use this syringe I just used. We'll fill it with bleach because
Sure, yeah.
it needs to be sterilized anyway. So
Right.
What kills him first, the tetanus or the bleach? If you guys want to take some time to improv these darts, that's fine. Sure, I guess. Who's driving?
that'll be the one where I really want him.
I can drive my car.
I've got some experience now driving, so that's good. I could drive the truck.
You can drive the truck, okay? You get behind the wheel. First thing you notice is, this is one of these modern trucks. It's got a push-start ignition. Everything's electronic. When you turn it on, the dash lights up, and there's GPS built into the control console. A bunch of locations around town have been programmed in. Just like the only thing programmed here, because remember, you guys are in Aviation Hill. You're a bit away from Bloodworth. But you can go through his history. He's got a whole bunch of spots around Bloodworth that are programmed in. But here at Aviation Hill, it's basically just here in like a mini mart in town. That's pretty much it that's programmed in here.
Okay, so if we get closer to Bloodworth, then hopefully we should be able to hit home. And
well, you can push it now.
Okay.
You find the go home button, you push it, and it gives you the acquiring satellite message. It comes up. You're about 70 miles, and it's giving you the route. If you want to look it over real quick, Proctor, you are going to have to go through some places that look like they're not going to be paved too well. The truck should handle it just fine. You're now thinking that's probably why it's got such big wheels on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
We all maybe pile in.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. This locale is going through some pretty harsh territory here. We may need to start stashing some cleaning supplies in our ride, so then more of us can either fit in the back or our passenger can fit in the back.
We should at least take 2 cars back to the main town. That way we're not leaving a vehicle here.
That's a good idea.
At a crime scene.
So who's in the truck right now? Proctor?
We'll be riding the truck.
Okay, well, Proctor, there's a knock on the glass. And there's maybe early 20s, maybe a teenage girl in front of you, just lots of makeup on. She's dressed like she's ready for a club. She gives you a big smile and kind of makes the motion to roll down your windows.
I'm going to give her the finger and start up the truck.
She starts cursing at you, and she's saying, like, I'm here for a movie shoot. You're supposed to give me $300 for a movie shoot.
This guy had $300.
Starts kicking the tires.
Give her my card. I
don't need you. I got a sex doll. Wait, no, I don't. Damn. All right. Let's just get out of here.
All right. So are you leaving your other car, or someone, I guess,
no.
you guys are taking the other car as well? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna
leave the main car back in the Bloodworth.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
And then
you're going to drive back to Bloodworth.
Yeah.
We could go back to the bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Drop off your car.
Yes.
You guys hit the road. It's a lot of moonlight tonight. There's very little traffic on the road as you just hit the route, start driving through it. It's really dark. Whoever's driving, lead car, is the truck leading or is the car leading?
I suppose the truck could be leading.
Okay.
Because it's the one showing the path, even though we're both going back to Bloodworth.
Well, then in that case, I would like you to make me a roll as a family of deer cross the road in front of you very quickly. So make me a roll there. It's a D20 roll, and then if you've got a skill for driving, which there is a piloting basic.
Oh, yeah, I do have that. Go me.
Okay. So it's a D20 plus your dex plus any ranks in that you have.
All right.
This happens like there's not a lot of lead time. They just kind of jump out in front of your car. So I want to, let's see, I want a DC of, I want a 12. I want a 12 out of you.
All right, come on. Yeah, baby.
Okay. So the question is, do you brake hard, do you swerve, or you just brace for impact and plow through them?
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just going to brace for impact and plow through them.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I assume this truck can take it, and maybe the guys behind me can't. So.
All right, so what happens, you hit the first deer in the line, and remember, this thing's got really tall tires.
Oh,
you essentially, it hits some of your grill. You can hear a little bit of tearing on the metal, but then you roll right over the top of it. Next person in line, make me a driving roll. He didn't brake, so you don't have to brake suddenly. So your DC is only 10.
I don't. Oh, I have piloting basic. Okay.
And you're in a regular car, built lower to the ground. So make the roll first. If you don't have if you don't have the basic piloting, it's just a D20 plus your dex. You just don't get any bonuses for having the skill.
Okay, I do have the skill. Yeah.
Okay.
19.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. Roll over it. Swerve to avoid it. What do you do?
Just the fact that if I'm probably following them, I don't know what they just ran over, so I may swerve.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. That was a great roll for the car. So you keep it on the road. Maybe your back tires hit a little bit of the grass, but it spins and quickly you're back on, and both of you fine. Brett, or Proctor, you're in the truck. It took a little bit of damage on the fender, but probably minor. Nothing seems to be. You're not losing gas. Everything seems to be fine. The engine's running properly. No problem. Who's following? Who's the driver in the next car? Is that you, Gil?
I thought it was just the 2 cars, wasn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. So you're in the car and
I'm
you're
in the
driving
car.
the car, right?
Yeah.
So Andy's riding shotgun in your car?
That's correct.
Okay. Andy, just in your rear view mirror, you guys just killed a deer, slaughtered it on the ground. The rest of the deer family is kind of looking down at it, at the corpse on the ground, kind of nudging the dead deer. And something just swoops down out of the sky and picks up the carcass, lifting it off, a full-grown adult deer off the ground, and flies off.
Well, this has never been a more opportune time for me to say, oh dear. Gil, I believe something just swooped down and took that poor deer off the ground and flew up into the sky with it. And deers are not small. And that wasn't just some country hawk or something. Oh, God.
That's not his father?
Oh, I thought he was a hairy man with big arms and small, tiny, hairless feet.
That's what I thought.
I didn't hear anything about wings come out of that fair fella's mouth.
Go ahead and roll me a courage save, Andy, just because some of the results are funny. There's nothing in here that's going to impair you. They're just funny.
Oh,
for the
fair
most part.
enough. That's a natural 20. That's no good at all, sir.
Roll a d10.
My easygoing nature is being sorely tested. That's a 1.
No big deal. I mean, you're just as you're acting now. You're surprised. You're a little shocked. You're a little afraid, but nothing major. I was hoping you'd pee your pants.
Oh, I can do that for you if you need to. I can make it happen. Okay. So, in addition to a hairless man with long arms who farms people and puts them in new skin, there is now a giant freaking monster in the sky that can lift a deer carcass off the ground. Okay. Why?
I thumbed the walkie-talkie because we've got walkie-talkies. Like,
we have the earpieces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you miss that deer?
Oh, Brett. Oh, Brett. You naive, ignorant slut. Let me tell you something. We might have missed the deer, but whatever monster just swooped out of the sky didn't. Oh, God.
What? What swooped out of the sky?
That's a great question. But it was fast and it was strong, and boy, it took that deer out for dinner. Oh, my.
Was it a Are you telling me we got pterodactyls in this area?
I think we got pterodactyls. Or
Proctor, gosh darn it.
Maybe Danny.
That's a theory I'll entertain.
I don't know.
Brett's more upset that he didn't get it on film.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like,
well, we could circle back and we could hit another deer.
No, we're going this
and
way.
see if it happens again.
I'd rather not fight a pterodactyl.
Not in the dark.
We're already
That's
fighting
a good point.
Littlefoot, I guess. So that's one dinosaur too many for me.
It was very sad when his mother died.
It was. I cried a lot.
So the rest of the drive back to Bloodworth is uneventful. You get back into town just fine. Most places, lights are off. But you do catch there are a lot of kids in those very fancy cars drag racing down Main Street. They're all lined up at the main stoplight at the intersection, and when it hits green, there's actually a bunch of kids on the sidewalks. There's even one with a checkered flag. It's like a little street party as these kids are drag racing in the middle of the street.
Is there a way to do a detour around this intersection?
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to use Main Street at all.
Yeah, and in that case, I'm going to tell Brett to radio the others and say, follow me. We can't let them see this truck, especially in this shit.
Andy, we have an illegal drag race going on up here with teenagers. We're going to avoid it.
Did you not hear that there's a pterodactyl on the loose? I don't give a darn about this stuff right now.
Teenagers in fast cars. That's maybe
You're
almost
right.
as terrifying.
You're right, Brett. You're right. That is exactly 100% as terrifying as pterodactyls from the Jurassic or some other era swooping down and taking large animals up into the sky to devour elsewhere. Yes, it is absolutely the same thing. I agree.
Absolutely.
Remember when my older brother took me to the Dinosaurs Alive exhibit? Pterodactyl scared the shit out of me.
That's right.
You guys pull
Also-
in to the parking lot at the Taste of Bloodworth, the small hotel with cafe that you have got rooms in. It's past midnight. Cafe is closed, but you can still, you've got keys to get through and into your rooms. No other cars out here other than the owner's Jeep.
Park the station wagon and we all pile in the back of the truck.
Okay. Your passenger occasionally moans in his sleep,
All right.
but the drugs that Proctor pushed into his body seems to be keeping him pretty sedated.
Good, good.
Okay, from
What do you think the odds are my video camera has a night vision setting?
would you have it?
Probably. See
Okay,
him having.
sure.
Gil,
But
do you
it's
wanna
that
write-
crappy green
Oh, yeah,
tinted. Yeah.
Everyone's eyes have that otherworldly glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gil or Andy, do you want to write up with Proctor, and I'll write in the back? I can keep an eye in the sky, as it were, with my camera.
Brett, you're a noble hero, but I'm not going to let you sit back there and be prey for more pterodactyls. I'll be back there with you, and I'm
Okay.
going to shoot them out of the sky. By golly, I will.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Don't forget,
Proctor-
I got some 20 gauge bleach shot sitting back there if you need some.
All right.
Okay, so Proctor, you're still in the cab of the truck. Everyone else is in the back. Is somebody in shotgun?
I'll take shotgun then.
Gil, you're taking shotgun.
In that case, Gil can carry the shotgun.
Okay.
Button says you're about 20 miles from where the home location is on there. You're going to go about 10 miles, and it looks like it's off road from there.
This thing
Andy
has a 4-wheel setting, and
Yes.
away we go.
does. Okay, you take off. I take it you're going to avoid downtown again.
Yeah. I don't want any of those teens seeing this feller's truck in my possession. To say nothing of the bleeding body of its owner in my possession.
Okay. In which case, you hit the 10-mile area, and then you see that there's a gravel road that kind of very small. It kind of goes between some trees. If your GPS didn't warn you, like, in 10 feet, make a hard right, you would miss it. So this path goes between some very overgrown trees to the point where you can barely see the moonlight above you. It's a very thick canopy. Eventually, the gravel road gives out, and you're just in a dirt path. Yeah, GPS is still working though, and it's directing you along until you come to a fence. You're in what we call a holler. So, dirt road ends, and there's a metal fence. It's got some chain around it. In the lights from your truck, it's not padlocked. It's just closed, and the chain's kind of wrapped around a post.
All right, I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna try to nudge against the fence and see if
I can just hop out and open the gate.
Oh God, just don't get eaten.
I will
Sure, Gil.
sneakily go open the gate.
Brett's going to get it on camera if you do get eaten.
I'll turn off the headlights just in case.
Gil, you hop out. These things are just here to keep cattle pastures sequestered off so cattle don't get through. So you open the gate, truck drives through. Do you close the gate or do you leave it open?
No, in case we need to make a quick getaway, I'm going to leave it open.
Okay. This happens twice more. You can do the same thing. Gil, gonna hop out.
Yeah.
Okay. Gil, on the third one, when you hop out, you're about 5 miles away at this point from where your GPS says you're going to be. Make me a spot check. Just Gil.
Okay.
You're in the headlights of the truck, getting this chain off the post.
Okay.
So it's just a D20 roll plus any wisdom.
Oh, I got
your wisdom modifier. All right. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Same thing. You whip open the fence. You open it up, leave it open, and you start up. Eventually, come to an area that's you break through this tree area. You're going uphill quite a bit, and it's really rocky terrain. You can definitely see why this guy's got the truck that he does. You don't know that a car could make it up. Well, you know that a car could not make it up this way. Eventually, you are coming up a rise, and Andy, you remember this. This is the direction you took coming back down to town. Sure enough, headlights light up the murder cabin that you escaped from. And now that you've heard about the blood being planted in the garden, you realize that there was that freshly turned earth, and the one pylon that said "bringing home the blood."
Indeed. I definitely remember the pylon. There's a body inside, too. We should probably take a look to see if anything has happened to it.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, fine, I'll go first. No, that's fine.
No, I got your back, Andy. I got your back.
Thank you there, Brett. All right, here we go. Yeah, so no, Andy does in fact want to check inside to see if anything has happened. And any signs that someone's been here since he's left.
Sure. How are you lighting the area up? There's no electricity here.
Oh, sure. That's a great point. I did just get a bunch of equipment. So was a flashlight amongst it? I don't recall.
Yeah, so last episode I said you had a chance to just stock up at a general store, so flashlight's definitely something you could have bought at a general store. Hop out, flashlight out. You see the pooled blood still staining the floor, but the body's gone.
Well, now looks like we got someone came by here and cleaned up. What about that freshly dug grave? Has it been filled up and padded over?
Shine your flashlight over onto the area that's been freshly turned. Yeah, that grave has been filled in.
Well, I think someone took the body that was in here and put it in that there hole. Is there any room around here for another grave for our dear friend in the truck?
You think so?
Oh boy, I got a funny feeling, fellas, that if we dug up this whole area, well, we might find a lot of sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm not overly comfortable with the thought that our friend is probably in this field.
That's something we'll have to deal with after we take care of Harry, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's start shoveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you park the truck so the headlights kind of light up. What you're expecting is a grave yard. And you can tell where the soil has recently been disturbed. It's softer. And then there are parts where it's undisturbed. I assume you're going to dig into the undisturbed soil, or do you want to go into the stuff that's already looks like it's been turned over?
I am open to suggestion on this one.
We're looking for a new spot to bury this dude, right?
I'm thinking so.
Unless they've all been prepared.
Does it look like there's been previous like pylons or anything?
There's just the one that seems to be. It's so it's almost in the middle of this area that looks like the ground has been disturbed in a lot of places, like freshly turned over because the grass isn't growing there yet. Just fresh grass is just starting to come up. But there are portions of the area, mostly to the right side of that pylon, that looks like it hasn't been disturbed, like the soil is still intact and hasn't been turned over. It looks like this used to be a small garden just outside of the window in the cabin. Of course, all the windows have been boarded up. So like there's even like trellis gates that there's a trellising that's kind of overgrown with a lot of vines that does kind of mark off this area, and the pylon's in the middle of it.
Okay, I'm thinking we'll dig a fresh grave to the right of where with previously undisturbed dirt. That seems to be maybe like an indicator or something.
Okay.
That'd be my
Who's digging?
I will at least help with the digging. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else wants to join?
Gil's digging. Brett, what are you doing?
I was gonna keep an eye on the sky, but if you want me to dig, I can dig.
I'll dig. Andy, maybe you watch over Mr. Stryker here to make sure no thing comes for it. And Brett, just make sure you catch everything on camera.
Yep, doing that.
All right.
Okay, so we got a couple of people that are looking out. So those of you that are looking out, make me spot checks. Again, D20 plus your wisdom modifier. The other two that are digging, the soil yields to your shovels very easily, and there were shovels in the back of the truck as well. That makes it easy. The soil, even this undisturbed soil, is fairly soft and just yields to the shovels very easily. And you're noticing that it's really rich soil. Like it's loamy black soil. This would be like you could bag and sell this soil for a good amount. You can see worms in it, so it's got a lot of life in the soil.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
So you stay at this for a while until you're gonna do a shallow grave, or you're gonna do it proper like and do 6 feet.
Well, I mean, Sylvia had a shallow one. You think this is about deep enough for what happened with Sylvia?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if he was following the plan for Sylvia, let's go for about the same depth as what Sylvia was in.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how did the spot rolls go, Andy? What did you get?
20.
20. Proctor, what did you get?
I mean, Brett, I got
Brett,
a 7.
Yeah. Brett, and it's probably because you're trained at the sky. And so there's owls about. You do see some flying night predators, including bats, but nothing very big. Andy, the forest around you is thick and deep, old growth forest. And at first you're not sure, but you catch a glint of a little light in the reflection of the lights from the headlights of the truck, right? Glowing red eyes. And then as you're looking around, you see some more out there. There's definitely some predators. Do you have any kind of skill in let you know what kind of animals would be out in this area?
Oh, sure. I got knowledge economics.
No. Cows and sheep would be out here. That's what economics tells you.
Let's see. I have nothing in the realm of survival. I have science basic. That's the closest thing.
Most deadly predator known to man. Bankers.
No survival?
No, sir. No skill.
Okay, so you're not sure. I mean, coyote, wolves? You don't know what animals might be out this way. Maybe they're just wild dogs.
Fellas, we've got some company in the woods here. Some sort of animals, I think, and I don't know if they're pterodactyls because they are on the ground. But I imagine they are something awful. And so just keep your heads on a swivel and don't go anywhere alone.
Can you point them out there, Andy? I'll take maybe I can get a better view.
If I point them out, then they might know I'm pointing at them. Okay, sure. Yeah, they're right over there and over there. And there's another one right there.
Just show me where the gym is. I'll direct me to the gun show. I don't know.
So, Brett, do you swing your night vision camera over? All right. They're dogs.
Okay.
You guessed? At least they used to be. They're filthy, mangy, and it's not just mange. You can see bones through the skin. That one's missing half its face.
I don't like that.
They're still moving though.
Fellas, we got wombies.
Before you say anything, this is definitely a courage check.
Yeah, sure.
Technically, it's a terror check, but yeah, go ahead, make the courage save. No successes?
Nope.
No successes. Okay, roll me a D10.
Oh boy. I got 2.
Okay. Say what you're going to say, but you scream it.
I'm just like, wombies! You got wombies! Wolf zombies! Oh shit! And I'm like, I am probably gonna, if I can take an action, I start like running for the cabin, like I'm gonna try to climb up on the roof.
Okay. Old style log cabin. There's plenty of handhold. You scamper onto the roof. Brett's now on the roof, still screaming and pointing about zombie dogs.
I'm not taking. Yeah, I'm gonna hop up on the roof as well.
Same. I'll make sure that I lock the truck with my key fob to make sure. but oh yeah, I'm getting up on that roof.
Okay. Andy?
I have a couple clarifying questions I'd like to ask before expressing my decision. Where is the body of this poor fella I shot in the ding dong?
Probably still in the back of the truck as they were still digging the hole.
Oh crap!
Okay.
In the cab, right? Is he in the cab or is he in the truck bed?
I think he was in the cab.
He's in the cab, yeah, and behind the extended cab, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Andy will grab him, and he will try to drag him into the house if that's possible.
Okay. One of the dogs comes out of the forest line, and it's not growling. It kind of comes. It's moving towards you, Andy. It does get to the point where it's in the light, and you see what conditions it is in. But it doesn't seem menacing. Go ahead and make me the courage save as well. Make this one a little lighter on you since you had warning. It's not like it's a jump scare for you.
Hey there, good doggy. Oh, that's a success. Holy crap.
Okay, you say, do you have animal handling by any chance?
Well, let's take a look here. No, but I have language French.
That works in animals.
It asks if you have a croissant and some burnt coffee. No.
Oh, oui, madame. I think.
Give me a D20 roll. Unfortunately, add your charisma modifier.
That's funny. That would be added a negative. So let's see. That's a 1d20 minus 1. That's a 3.
Okay. You talk at it. You're doing soothing tones. And it's making kind of like whining sounds at you. And it sits, it doesn't come any closer. It just kind of sits.
That's a good
head
dog.
down and just makes some whining sounds at you.
Are you hungry, little boy? You hungry?
Oh, he knows that word. He stands up. Its tail wags.
Does anybody have
Bits of
any
brain
snacks?
falls out of the skull side of the animal.
Oh dear, that's not good. Anyone have any snacks for this here pup?
Yeah, I got some beef jerky from the gas station.
Well, that's a great idea, Proctor. If you want to throw a stick over this fella's way.
Yeah, I'll try to frisbee some beef jerky at the dog.
Okay, you do. It goes after it.
Oh, what a
And
good
it makes
dog.
very happy sounds as it starts gnawing on this jerky a few feet away from you, Andy. And then slowly, the rest of them start to come out of the forest line. So you get to the door, you drag the body in.
And I will close the door and look for the means to blockade it. If there is nothing immediate, I will use the body of this here fella.
It actually has these little iron rungs on the inside. You don't see like the piece of wood that's usually thrown between it, but you find a poker in the fireplace and you just drop it in as a bar.
That will do. Is there a chimney in this here
A
cabin?
very large chimney.
I will tuck my head in it, and I will. Hey, can you guys hear me up there through the chimney?
Yeah.
Hello? I hear you.
Is it big enough for y'all to hop on down?
I've heard stories
Yeah, not
about
that big of a flu, but as you're talking
That's
through the
strange.
chimney, though, you see that there's about a dozen of these animals that, by all rights, should not be moving. That kind of get into the light. Still, the truck's light's still on, and they just start sitting just around the graveyard. You just take positions around the graveyard and just sit.
Do you think this might be the new skin he was talking about?
Like they give them the people bodies and the animals wear the people bodies?
I don't know. I'm just
It's very bizarre
coming up with
behavior.
Yeah.
Brett, you still filming?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, for the next probably hour, everything you say, it's almost a scream coming down.
You think they're the people?
So they're not paying attention to us up here?
No.
I'm gonna try and shimmy down and I'll yell down the chimney, like I'm gonna try and come down and come inside the house.
Okay. They all kind of turn their heads, not at once, so it's not quite that eerie, but they do kind of turn their heads and look, but none of them follow you, and you get in the house just fine.
Okay.
Okay. Brett, hand me the camera, and you can go next.
All right.
And just let me know when you hit the bottom, and I'll drop the camera down to you.
Okay. Yeah. I get down and grab my camera. I'll wait for Proctor before I go in.
All right,
Okay.
I'll shimmy on down.
As we're kind of walking in, I'm like, "Are any of you Amanda?"
They look at you. Some of them make like huffing kind of sounds, but
Okay.
nothing.
Okay, so there's either multiple Amandas or not any of them. So good.
Okay, go in and shut the door, I guess.
Okay. So the only light in here, what little light you can see between the slits, again, the windows are all covered by boards, except for the one that I think, Andy, you went out a window, didn't you? You pulled the boards off of one.
That's correct.
Yeah. So that window is open, and that's the one that overlooks the cemetery. So you can see the dogs out there. And you've got your flashlights. It's a single room cabin. Little area that's obviously was a kitchen. There's a pot-bellied stove, just an iron stove there. Big fireplace.
Fellas, you think they might be waiting for us to put the body in the ground?
You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Jackson, and I'll get some smelling salts and crack him open. Jackson.
Okay, here, let me roll for that.
Please don't be dead, Jackson.
Daddy, is that you? Is it time to come home, Daddy?
It's almost time, but I think Daddy's got some dogs, right? Like pet dogs?
Oh, he's got the pack. That's a
Do
pack.
they attack people while they're trying to bring home blood for Daddy?
Oh, they're good doggies. You just treat them good, they'll be good to you.
Okay. Now I'm going to take you at your word there. Okay. You know, I'm going to take some time to sort of steel my nerves. I've got meditation as a skill.
Yes.
So I want to take a couple of seconds to meditate. Just like I am so terrified I might pee myself, but I can do what needs to be done.
Could I do something? I also have meditation. Could I try that?
Sure.
If I see him doing it?
Well, I'll take 30 seconds to just say Om and embrace the fear. All right. I'm going to head out there. And I'm going to try to get our new friend with the friendly dogs, Jackson, into his new home so we can bring home blood for Daddy.
Who's helping?
Well, I am gonna, of course, do it. Being the, I forgot what I am. I am a census agent, and when heroism is required, we step up. That is our motto, after all. Look it up, and I will give him a hand.
Okay, you've already dug a shallow grave.
Yes.
So you take the young man over. He's still very limp because of the medications. He's half conscious.
All right. I will lower him in feet first,
Mhm.
sort of prop him up in the grave, and then I'll sort of lean down to him and I'll say, "Okay, Jackson, what are the words that need to be said before we bring home blood for Daddy?"
You got my bling? Did you get my amulet? Mama gave me an amulet. Did you bring my amulet?
Shit.
Well, we found that weird camisole, yeah, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Gil's got it.
Yeah, Gil,
I don't
Do you know anything
remember
about-
what it's called.
Gil, do you have anything
Gil's
about
been drinking
amulet?
margaritas all night. So
I've had plenty of margaritas tonight. Yeah, this weird silhouette thing.
Yeah, could you throw it out the open window, please?
Yeet. And I toss it out the open window.
All right. And I'll
One of the
go grab
dogs leaps up, grabs it, thinks it's a tennis ball.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll grab the
Got
cameo. and
Cameo, that's it.
Yeah, I'll lay it across his neck there.
okay, he fumbles at it and he says, I can't feel my fingers. Can you do it? Can you do it?
Sure, I can do
Yes.
it. No problem.
Just grab that thing in the middle and twist. Yep. So it comes off, and on the back is some writing.
Oh.
Do you happen to speak Latin by any chance?
No. No. Well,
And he kind of
maybe some Latin. I have knowledge in biology.
so he kind of pulls on your sleeve. Says, "Okay, it's get some light on it. It's phonetic. It's all spelled out how you should say the words."
Okay, and I'll pull out a lighter and I'll.
Yeah, and so like the consonants are underlined and it's done phonetically, so like you can say the words.
Excellent.
Jeff,
Batu
you had your
Verata
hand up there.
Nicto. Got it.
Oh, I was just going to say to assist, I do have knowledge of law, and there is a significant amount of Latin in law.
Ah, yes, absolutely.
Helpful.
And you
Yep.
speak French. There's a
I do.
lot of relation.
So you pour over it for a bit. I will between the two of you, you're able to kind of sound it out before you say it. So who's going to actually say the words? And I'll give you a bonus for the other person helping.
Well, Andy, you're the law talking guy.
It's true. I am a census agent. If you would like me to do this, Proctor, I will do it.
You
but
do
if
that,
you,
and I will handle the more medically based portions of this test, and I'll pull out my knife and get ready to slit Jackson's throat.
Are you doing the ritual now?
Yes, we are.
Jesus,
That's
Brett!
correct, Rick.
Oh my God!
Okay, and I like pop up in the window with my camera.
All right, Jeff, go ahead and give me a D20 roll. Add your intelligence. Add +2.
Okay, Klaatu, Veratu, necktie. So okay. So I'm trying to see if there's anything I have language wise now. All right. So +2 plus an additional +2, you said?
Yes, plus an additional +2. I'm giving you the intelligence modifier because, yeah, you probably come across some Latin in medical training and various other things, enough that you understand some words and can figure out the phonetic spelling.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. So,
that is not good.
do you want to suspend a survival point, or do you want to take that?
I think this would be hilarious, so I am going to take it.
Okay. You say the words, and the young man kind of stretches out his neck and says, "It's gonna hurt. You gonna send me home now?"
All right. Yeah, I'll send you home. No problem, buddy. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, are you ready or not?
He's
Here it
just got his neck stretched out. You
No.
cut his throat. It's not as fast or as easy as you were perhaps led to believe. As he starts gurgling, the blood spurts. You see the fear come into his eyes as he grabs your arm and he kind of just stares at you. He's trying to say something, but he can't get air through his throat as it just kind of bubbles and just makes a mess out of everything. And he dies staring at you.
Okie dokie. I'll kind of rearrange him so that he's lying down in the grave, and I'll start scooping some dirt on him.
Okay. There's silence.
Okay.
The dogs are still sitting there, watching. One of them growls just a little bit. One of the dogs next to him picks up the growl just a little bit.
Maybe we need to leave the premises at this point. Maybe we have to go ahead and
allow Daddy to come home. Yep. Got it.
yeah, let's go. Head back to
Right here. He's one of the fearsome animals that you're facing right now.
Oh dear.
Oh, no,
Oh my.
So what do you guys do? The dogs are looking agitated.
Yeah, I think I'm going to head back towards the house.
I think I'm going to do that as well.
Okay. You slowly back into the house. The growling starts, and then there's some howling that starts, and then it's picked up by the next dog and the next dog. And suddenly there's just a chorus of these zombie dogs howling. You've locked yourself into the cabin.
I think we'll call them Zogs.
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 very clever.
There you go.
Better than zombies.
They do this for a good 10 minutes. The howls continue, and it's more than a little eerie. And then silence. Then you hear an answering howl from deep in the woods. It is terrifying, and the ferocity and the volume of it. Everybody make me a courage save.
Okay.
I'm sure we're all going to pass this. No problem.
Is there a button for courage saves?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
Just a d20, and you want to get under your courage or equal to.
Okay.
In this case, there's no roll on the chart. If you fail, it just shakes you so much that you're at a -1 for the next hour to any actions that you perform. There's something primal that you react to deep in yourself, that it's that lizard part of your brain telling you there is something to fear out there.
Proctor is successful.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone that succeeds is fine. That part of you that tells you that you should survive better is dumb and not warning you. Okay, so the howl reverberates through the woods, and then it's silent. The dogs lay down, and they're completely silent. In the headlights of your truck, you see something moving through the wood line as trees are being pushed out of the way. Then a very large, hairy figure, illuminated in the headlights of your truck, strides at the far end of the grave area as it walks towards you. It doesn't like the light. It lifts up a hairy arm. It reaches down and just pulls a tree out of the ground and hurls it at the truck like a javelin. It shatters through the driver's side window, impaling the car. The car's alarms go off.
I'll hit the fob to unlock the doors and shut off the alarm.
Okay. All right. You shut the alarm off, as it seemed to have been very, very much not happy about it. But yeah, actually, you can turn the headlights off too if you wanted to. They're still on. And it's still
I think I'll do that too.
Okay. So it's dark out there now, other than the moonlight. So you can kind of still see it in shadow. So kind of just steps over this little trellis that's kind of sectioning off area, and it stands in the graveyard, walks right to the middle of the pylon, and it sits there. And then it starts to get irritated. It's angry. It starts pacing.
Should we shoot that?
I think we should shoot it now. That seems like an opportune
I already
moment.
am shooting it.
Thank
So
you
yeah,
for
the window
speaking.
you broke out of, Andy, is the window that's facing right into that grave area.
I will open fire, screaming, census agency and friends, and I will fire away.
Okay, I tell you what. You guys can all have an action before anything happens. So Jeff, go ahead and make your attack roll. It has an armor class of 13.
Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing, -2 and -4, since I got the two
Two
guns.
Okay.
And I do have -1 to my, because of the courage fail. All right, so it's going to be a -1 and a -3. Is where my shots are going to be. All right, first shot is a 13 on the dot. And then the second shot is a 14.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, 2d6, I believe, is what we said. So first one is 8 points of damage. And second one is 4 points of damage.
Shots are good shots, center of mass, and the thing does like take a step back as both bullets hit it. You do see blood, perhaps not as much as you hoped for, but you do see some blood coming out. All of you can take an action before anything else happens. Anyone else?
I don't have a gun, so no.
I'll hit
go
this
ahead.
thing with acid round, then bleach.
Okay, so maybe you loaded one of each. It's a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah,
and
one
you
of
can
each,
do
yeah.
one. Okay, so you're gonna pull both triggers.
Yep.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Because of the improvised ammunition, I'd like you to make give me a D100 roll, say high or low.
I get ready to roll it. High for acid. Hey, there we go.
Okay, they work. Let's see if you hit the target.
Yes. Okay, what do I roll for this? I don't have. I have combat training, but not.
Okay, yeah. So that doesn't. Yeah, combat
Yeah.
training won't help with the gun. So you are at -4 for an untrained weapon. So D20 plus your dex -4.
All right. Do this. 14.
Still hits.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to actually roll on the drug table to see how he reacts to this. This should be fun. Okay, let's see, DC. Okay, this will be fun. So both your shots are on target. As far as you know, they've delivered their payload. No obvious change yet as to what's going on. Proctor, Gil, you guys gonna do anything?
I will. I can fire the pistol that Andy gave me with my left hand, as I still have the camcorder or the camera on the other hand. Let's see. I have no combat skill.
-4. Yeah.
Yep. Plus, I have my other -4 and the -1. Like altogether, it's like a -10. So this would be fun.
That initial -4 is over now, so you're just
okay.
-4.
Okay.
And -1 if you failed your save against the howl. So -5 total.
Actually, -6 because my terrible dexterity.
Okay.
So,
Shot goes wide, but you do try.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into initiative now then. Jeff, you roll it for your side because you've got the best bonus. So it's a D6 plus your initiative and dex bonus.
Indeed. All right. Let's hope I can do a little better job this time, you fellas. That's a 9. That's as good as I could do.
Hey, that round didn't put him down, although he's bleeding and he's staggering a little bit. What do you want to do? You guys can act first.
There's a fireplace, right?
There is a fireplace.
Fire poker set
Yes.
next to it. I will grab the.
There
fire
were a
poker.
few of them, but one of them is currently keeping the door closed. But
I
you
will
grab the
grab
other one.
not that one, and I will just wait here
Okay.
with everyone else while they shoot.
Yeah, if you guys are going to shoot it again, just go and everybody make your rolls just like it was last time.
Okay.
Oof. Ooh. That's a critical fail. No, it's not. You rolled a 2. That's just a fail. 11 is a fail.
Can you survival these rolls?
Yes, but it would be for each roll. So, like, since you're making 2 rolls, you can survival point one of them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I still freaking mess.
All right, Proctor. Actually, Proctor, you got to reload. So if you want to shoot regular shotgun shells, you'll be doing it at an additional -4 because of the reload.
Ooh. I will just start reloading, and I will hope that his being closer will allow me to get a better shot.
Okay.
Assuming he will be angry and come towards us.
Brett, how about you? Are you
I'll
shooting?
fire again. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Its action is to pick up that stone pylon that was in the middle and hurl it straight through the window at anyone who might happen to be in the target line.
That camera's going to get a great shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, action shot.
When they get the found footage of this, when they don't discover our bodies, this is going to be a really good one right
When
here.
someone turns this into the pawn shop, it's going to be a find.
You guys remember that Blair Witch Project? This is going to be way better than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he misses the window. But instead, the pylon rips through the wall to the left of the window and hits the back wall of the cabin, crumbling to rock. But there's a big old hole right to the left of the window now. But he misses all of you. And he runs forward, frighteningly fast.
Towards
You
us?
guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right
Oh
towards you.
dear. Are the dogs doing anything, by the way?
Not yet. They're just
I don't
laying
like
there.
it yet there. I don't like that yet.
Yeah.
They're lying in wait for something.
All right, so if it's our turn, I'm I'm firing
You
up.
load it up.
Gun.
So
Yep.
yeah, no penalties for loading and shooting at the same time, just your regular penalties. Go for it.
15 this time.
15 will hit. It's 3d6 on that.
Oh, yeah.
Assuming you shot both barrels.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
baby.
A lot of damage. You blow a large chunk of its flesh off, and it growls in pain as it continues to charge in. Anyone else?
I'll continue firing.
Go ahead, Brett.
No.
Oof.
Okay. That goes really wide.
Uh-huh.
I will
Andy?
continue firing as well. That's a hit with the first one.
Okay.
Hot diggity. And that's a 13. 13, I think, was a number. That's that's 2 hits.
Go
Well,
ahead
look at
and
that.
roll damage for both.
Now, they train us for these types of situations at the Sense Bureau.
Exactly this type of situation.
11 points on the first one.
Ooh.
And oh crap, 6 on the second.
Okay. That staggers it back, but then it recovers, charges forward to the hole that was ripped into the wall, and it
He'll
just
save us.
tears the wall apart to gain entry. So it's going to be in melee range with all of you, but it can't attack. It had to take an action to rip that door, rip an opening large enough for it to step in. And you think it's talking. It's very guttural, as if it has a hard time saying words, but you think it's saying, say the words. Just repeating it. Say the words. Say the words.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy. Bang.
This is wildly.
After everyone fires, I am going to go and try and smack it with my fire poker.
Sure. Everybody can fire first.
All right. I don't know what he's talking about with these words.
You tried to recite something earlier?
Ah, crap. I missed this time. First one's a miss. Second's a miss. I'll survival one of those.
Okay.
I still miss. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, it's just right on you. The thing is like nearly 7-8 feet tall, as broad as two of you side by side, and you just watched it rip open the cabin to get in. Who's next?
What's its legs look like?
Short and stumpy, actually. It's long torso and long arm, but the legs are relatively short in comparison.
Okay, so I've got fighting wrestling because I'm used to wrangling bath salt users. So I'm gonna go for those stumpy legs to try and take it to the ground.
All right, so there actually is a thing for that. Let me get to it real quick. All right, go ahead and make your melee attack on that. There is some penalties because of the size difference. It's definitely more than a foot taller than you. It's stronger than you, and it's twice your size. You can it's not quite twice your size. Basically, make your melee roll to see if you actually hit him first.
Oh, okay.
Which is a D20 roll plus if you've got any bonuses for melee combat. Strength.
Okay, so just pure. Okay, so if it's just pure strength, it would be 13.
13. Well, you get him. You grab him.
Okay.
Now we're going to make a strength check. And you have disadvantage on this because he's taller and stronger. Cool move, though.
Yes.
So you want to roll a d20. You want to get equal to or less than your strength, but you've got to roll it twice and take the least of the two rolls.
The worst.
Okay, so where's? I thought there was the thing at the top of this. Where is it? Saving throw, hit point, d20 roll. Okay, just do. Oh, I accidentally typed +2. So
Yeah, just that's fine.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
No, you want to get under your strength. It's a strength check.
Gotcha.
So both of those succeed, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. You've got him by the legs. You've got him. You've grabbed onto probably a leg actually. And so once you've gotten a hold of him, you're actually holding him in place until they break free. And so on their turn, they can try and break free. So Proctor, you've ran forward and you're holding him in place. Gil, you've got this metal poker in your hand.
I'm going to go bash it while it's held in place.
Yeah.
Is this count as untrained?
It is an improvised weapon. So unless you've got combat training, it is going to be a -4. But its AC is only 10 because it's being held in place. It doesn't get its dex bonus, so it's easier to hit. Oh,
I missed it by
so
one.
close.
You know what?
You want to survival that, or do you want to
survival that?
You want to survival it? Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
One.
All right, Chuck.
Oh.
Yeah, so you do hit it, but the thing has like very thick hide. It doesn't seem like you can just get that poker up in there to do enough damage to it. And did everyone go, or did Brett
nope.
not go yet?
I have not gone yet.
Okay.
I'm actually going to back away.
Yes.
And I would like I have knowledge. I forgot I had this skill. I have knowledge, mythology, and religion. Could I roll that to try to figure something out about this thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And that is
D20 plus intelligence plus your bonuses from that skill.
okay. Let me just check what my intelligence bonus is. Okay. There. I got nothing. All right.
No, 10's good enough, actually. 10's
okay.
a basic success. You're pretty sure from all the descriptions you read in the various texts that this is a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch.
Okay.
Everything that you've read tells you that they're generally peaceful guardians of the forest. They're not typically aggressive unless they're provoked.
Okay.
At least that's what the lore says.
Yeah. That's what okay.
And even so, we've provoked the hell out of it at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's why it wants us to say the words. The words must make it okay or something. I don't know. What are the words?
I said them. Klaatu, Varatu, necktie. I don't see the problem.
Okay. That's that's all Brett will do easily. Brett's a terrible shot, and he does not want to go firing into the melee in front of him.
Okay. So it's its turn next. It's going to try and break out of the hold. Oh, wow. It doesn't. Proctor, you've got a death grip on that leg, and he's trying to shake free and to move forward. But you're just planted, and you got this low stance on him. You grab that leg, and it just can't move forward. You're just being all manly like here and just rooted to the spot. Yeah, you've still got the thing held still. This close, you guys have done a lot of damage to it. It's bleeding pretty profusely. Proctor, you can feel like its strength is ebbing. Like that first time when you first collided with it and you grabbed it, it was a lot stronger than this time as it's trying to get away from you. It's weakening.
Ooh. Cool.
You guys, go ahead. What do you want to do?
I'm up in there. I'll swing again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a crit. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So you hit. First of all, roll a d6 and add your strength bonus to it, or your strength modifier. You might have a negative.
I have a negative.
Okay,
With
so
the
5
negative,
points of damage.
it would be 4 if you count the negative.
Okay, 4 points of damage, but roll a d20 for me.
14.
You hit it right in its face. You break his nose, which just splatters blood all over into its eyes, so it's blinded. Yeah, so it howls again at this. So you don't do a lot of damage to it, but you've inconvenienced it and you've broken its nose.
I'll take
anyone
that.
else?
Are there
It is
called
still-
shots in this game?
Yes. It's still chanting. Well, not really chanting, but it's very guttural, doing the "say words, say words."
Can I try to call shot it in the head?
Yes. Okay, called shot. You're very close to it, so it's just a further -2 to the roll.
Okay, so that's going to be a -3 and a -5. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to do it. Here we go. -3 on the first. That's a crit.
Oh,
That's a
Oh.
crit.
Right. The first shot might have done it. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Okie dokie. So it's
then-
86. That's 9 points of damage.
Okay. And I think your second shot hit too.
With a 12, is that good?
Yeah, it's held
like-
still. It can't get its dex
Oh,
bonus. You
boy.
only need a 10.
Okay. 6 more.
Okay, roll a d20.
All right. That's a 4.
Okay, that does kill it. The result is actually knockback, so it actually would knock over both it and Proctor as it goes through the hole in the cabin wall, but then it doubles the damage you've done on it, which is more than enough to, so it dies as you fall on top of it, Proctor. It actually, as it's falling back, it reaches down and protects you from the fall, Proctor, making sure that you land on it instead of under it. And so its last breath, you hear it say words, And then there's just the blood just pours out of the skull shot that was just made.
Oh boy.
Word. Was Bullet?
It still wants to chant. I'll try and hop up and shout out what I remember of the words.
You want to? Well, you still have the.
No, I set the necklace around Jackson's neck.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to try, sure.
Yeah.
Just, make me. So you're trying to do it from memory. So make me an intelligence check. So just roll d20 underneath your beneath your intelligence.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you say words, but you're pretty sure you're not remembering them correctly.
Damn it.
Oh, that's rough.
Yep.
It's
dead.
What are the zombie dogs doing?
They start just fading off into the forest. 1, then 2, then 5, and then they're gone.
Did you say the words? Did you get them right?
I think so.
You said them just like I said them, so I mean, I don't understand the
son
problem.
of a bitch. And I'll try and sprint to Jackson's grave.
Okay.
And try to dig the amulet out from the shallow grave.
Okay. Yeah. You do. I mean, the freshly turned dirt.
Yeah. And when I do, I'll kick the dirt back over just to make sure it's down.
Yeah. You definitely forgot some words.
Yeah.
You want to try and say them?
Yeah.
All right. So no help this time. D20, add your intelligence bonus or modifier.
Do I subtract this from my roll since I want to roll under intelligence?
No, in this case, this is not an intelligence check. We're doing it as a skill check because you have some basis of Latin.
Gotcha. 16.
Hey, you say the words. You're pretty sure you say them right.
All right.
Nothing's happening, though. Gil, Brett, Andy. Proctor turns around, looks at you, kind of just shrugs. And then behind him, things start to come out of the ground. They look like white vapors. Mist just starts coming out of the ground behind him.
Proctor,
you
run!
all see very clearly mostly transparent forms of young women. And, the recently executed young man rises as well. And they're all standing behind Proctor, who doesn't know anything's going on because they're completely silent. They're making any noise. So Proctor's like, and you all see there's like 20 of these phantoms standing behind him.
Is any of it showing up on my camera?
Yes. I mean, they're showing up as some disturbance in the air. You don't know how good this is going to look, but it's detecting something.
Amanda, are you there?
One of the forms steps forward and actually walks past you, Proctor. So this is the first time you become aware that something's happened. And she walks over to the fallen wild man. It makes like she's stroking his hair, although her hand is just going through the physical body. And there's tears in her eyes.
Can you understand us? Can you talk?
Yeah. Well, she looks up at you. When you say, "Can I talk?" she just shakes her head.
Were you did this fella murder you right here, this big hairy guy? Or
she shakes her head and she points over to the kid, the young man that you just murdered.
Oh, that fella murdered you.
Did we do the right thing by killing this big monster thing?
She looks at you and she gives you the same expression that Proctor was giving, though.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Is there anything we can do to detach you from this mortal plane?
So as you're continuing to talk, Brett, you're catching it. You've got your video camera. The spirits towards the back that looks like they're the older women, including who you're imagining was the first victim, the grandmother. She's slowly rising into the air on just like the moonlight's filtering through. It's almost like on a beam of moonlight. She's just being pulled away. And this starts happening to each one of them as they're just rising out of the grave. So they're just being pulled into the air.
Are they going to heaven, Amanda?
She stares at you and then gives a very... And she's pulled into the air as well.
Ooh.
As she's slowly floating away, now that this thing is dead, will the disappearances stop?
She doesn't know how to answer that. So she doesn't gives you the shrug again.
That's fine.
So they dissipate as they're pulled into the air and they just kind of fade away. And then the howling starts in the forest. 1 dog, 2, 3. They start howling. It sounds very mournful.
Well, I'm gonna say case closed. Contact the Sheriff Levon. I'm sure they can get a forensics team out here and comb through this here field, find all these dead bodies. Obviously, we're gonna want to leave the ghost stuff out of the official report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gil, Brett, I don't know if you want to do
Especially
anything with this big fella, but
we're definitely gonna leave out the part where Proctor murdered someone.
Well, I don't remember that happening at all.
There's definitely going to be some editing.
They look for moral flexibility in their agents, after all.
Well, that's how they train
Cut
us.
to the interview segment of me. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's late into the night. The dogs continue to howl for a bit before it finally just settles on, and just the sounds of the crickets, the insects in the night pick up.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah. This huge hairy body is still here.
They got a taxidermy fella around here or something?
I'm going to attempt to start the truck.
Okay.
At least with the fob.
Try to remove
The engine is fine. You've just got this tree trunk going through the driver's side window, out the back window, just impaling the cab, but it runs.
If we can get that out of there, if nothing else, I might be able to hotwire it, maybe.
Oh, it's running. Like you started with the
he's got a
fob.
remote start. That's right.
Yeah.
Does the truck have a winch on the front of it?
Yes.
Why don't we just use the winch and like around a tree or something and use it to pull the log out of the truck?
That sounds smart.
God dang it.
You do it. And other than having a blown out window front and back, it's running.
We should definitely take the big Sasquatch body with us.
Yeah, hook it to the
Most
winch.
certainly.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's no other agents for it, I guess, left in town.
Well,
Like,
that'll be something for Sheriff Levon, I think, to follow up on. I think we did our part. Unfortunately, our poor friend Amanda is she's SOL.
She is a moon goddess now. Great. Fantastic. This has been an awful weekend.
yeah, not wrong.
Okay, so what's the wrap up? What do you guys do with the body? You call Levon, leaving a message that you think you found a burial site for the missing bodies?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. So what do you do with the body of the Sasquatch?
as soon as I get cell phone service, start calling my cryptoologist folklore people.
Hmm?
Like, I got myself a Bigfoot corpse. Everyone come see it.
Okay, but what do you do with it?
Oh, I put it in the freezer of the kitchen at the hotel.
Okay, so it's 7 feet tall. It is wide as 2 people.
Listen, we're out here. There's some people back in these hollers. They're gonna believe and they're gonna help me.
We could see if we can find a U-Haul, something like that. We can put it in a trailer.
Okay.
Let's say you do that. Let's say the next couple of days, Levon comes out, and sure enough, they dig up bodies, including the body of the young man recently executed. They get essentially their CSI team out to find out what's going on. They do all of this. You guys find a U-Haul. And after everything's cleared up, there's some questions, of course. They'll contact you, Andy, and once the full investigation's over, they'll let you know what's going on. Seems like you aren't being tied to anything. They thank you for your help, and you're on the road again. You got a rental car. Got the U-Haul being tagged around behind you. You got the body of the Squatch in the car.
Oh, we still have my regular.
Okay,
station
you got
wagon
the
stuff.
station wagon. So you pass the interstate sign with the Bloodworth, Lake Malice, Appalachian Trail, Aviation Hill. You pass it, going back in the opposite direction, going home. You spent several days here. It's bad luck that your friend is not coming home with you, but at least you got some closure. Get on the trail late. You have to drive, getting a little darker. Starts to rain really heavy. Clouds just continue to dump water. Its window wipers are just slapping, just doing very little to move the water. And you haven't passed an interstate sign in a while. You're beginning to wonder if maybe you took a wrong turn or something, which seems really odd since it's just been a straight shot. You're just going home up the interstate. And then your headlights catch an interstate sign as you're coming up to it. Catch the interstate sign and it says Bloodworth 10 miles, Lake Malice 28 miles. You're heading back into town. You see that little off the interstate, the little strip mall with a hotel that hasn't been opened in years, the little sex shop and bookstore that was there. You're passing it by on the left. You're heading back to town. You never made a turn. And we'll end it there. All right.
That was fun.
Case closed. That's how we do things down at the Census Bureau.
So when Proctor killed the man, Andy, did you make a note -1 to population? Did you account for the man? I did.
Of course I did. However, we do have to get some taxonomy studies done to see whether we want to count this as a man or as a simian. And if it's the latter, then it would not count against the census population of Bloodworth.
There we go. True enough. All right. We'll wind it up there. Maybe we'll revisit for some more horror-filled stories as Andy continues to take population census, because, you do have a job, Andy, to take care of here. And apparently you can't leave town for some reason. So there's all of that. Chuck, what do you got going on this week?
Oh, snap. Defenders of Cobalt, twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. On Wednesday, we're going to be continuing our Alien campaign, all through the Ishtar. That is chapter 4, and everybody here, minus Jake, will be there. And then Friday, over on Defenders of Cobalt, 10 p.m. Central, we are doing a one-shot of the game I'm making that's based off of the Mark of the Odd into the Odd system. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Jeff, what do you got going on?
Yeah, over on twitch.tv/The Lollygaggers. Tomorrow we are playing some Holler for Savage Worlds. Tuesday we've got Forbidden Lands from Free League. Friday, we got another free league game as we have the finale of our Blade Runner campaign that we've been doing for the past few months. And then on Saturday, we are once more going to a free league game as we have more One Ring 2nd Edition.
Very good. Very good. John, how about yourself?
Over on the Defenders of Cobalt YouTube channel, we're doing a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play of the Age of Ashes adventure path, currently in book 1. And oops, they are all goblins, and they aggressively avoid moving forward with any kind of plot. So
Yes, we do.
but it's a tremendously fun time. So definitely check it out. Short little episodes. Comes out on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Sounds good. Jake, you've got anything?
Nothing to add.
Very good. Well, on my own channel, we have this week coming up Tuesday. I might be running Team 2 through Bloodworth yet one more time. We'll see how that goes. They're playing the Ghost Facers, the people that died on the High 8 videotape you guys found. So let's see if I can make that happen. Friday, some BX Dungeons and Dragons. This Saturday, I think we're back to official Goodman Games channel with some Weird Frontiers.
Yes, we are.
And I don't know, we'll get something going on Sunday. We'll see how it goes. But I think that's it. We're running over time, so say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.